I've got your ex's energy here, okay, and we need to have a little chat about this because I feel that they want to know if time can heal your breakup, okay. They're hoping by magic, some form of magic, that you would have a conversation with them. But in your energy, when I was shuffling, I got your energy is completely different. That's why I just want to have a little look at this today and a bit of a chat with you. Because in your energy, you broke free, okay, almost from a cage. It's the cage card. So it means you broke free from stress. Was your ex controlling? Were they toxic? Okay. You're on a new path, I can see. Even for you, if you don't feel you're there yet, or you just have some bad days, good days, honestly, you have a new path that's in your energy. And you've started to really know your own worth. But on the other hand, we've got your ex's energy, and that's what I just wanted to have a look for you today. Just have a chat and see what's going on. I mean, the Two of Cups came out as well, so for me, this is somebody you were meant to meet. And I know sometimes that's hard to hear if it all went south. Sometimes we meet people who are not particularly nice people, but they can change the course of the path that we take, okay? And I'm not sure if this is what this is about today. This is what I'm trying to get to. Is this an energy of someone who's just changed your path because you're on a new path? Or is it an ex who genuinely has learnt something from this, they've grown, and they're actually going to come in with the right energy? So this is what we're going to look at today. I have absolutely no idea, to be honest, which way this is going. So let's get into it. I think the first thing I'm going to do is just get a couple of messages for you, actually. I'm going into your energy first. So I'm going to give this deck a shuffle. Just while I'm shuffling though, I hope you're well. I hope you're okay. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your comments. Please leave comments. I do read them all. And if you'd like a reading, God, this is such a heavy deck. If you'd like a reading, just click on the title of this video. Links are in the description box. It's all on the website. All the readings I do, go check them out. And also check out the $1 special offer at the moment. Now, Spirit's asking me to go straight into your energy. I need to get clear on what's going on around you, regardless of your ex who's come out. Okay, right. You are going to receive some information. The truth's going to come out, okay? But I feel that you're going to be saying something to somebody else, and I feel it could be this ex actually, that you're going to be to the point, you're going to speak your mind, but you will do it with kindness. So I feel if their energy, does come back in, I'll have a look, that you will speak to them, you will speak your truth, but you will do it with kindness. And I'm hearing the word almost ambivalent. Okay. Can you give me one more, please? Yes, you're in the Three of Pentacles, so you're building on something else, but also the Three of Pentacles is a card of knowledge as well. So with this one, with the truth, it's something, it is either going to be the final straw, or there's something that you will hear, and when your ex communicates with you, you will tell them exactly how you feel. But within your new path, yeah, you are on a new path with the Three of Pentacles. Whatever you're doing, it can be career, it just can be different life choices, okay? You're very creative, and you're going to get some compensation for what you're doing in your life at the moment. Now, obviously, if you're working or you've got a side hustle, that is monetary compensation. But if not, you're going to be recognised by a group of people or a society as somebody who is very valuable to the cause, whatever that cause is. Okay, you're about to be recognised, and that is definitely linked in to the card I've got about your new path. Okay, yeah, we've got bottom of the deck, I've got the Nine of Cups for you. Your wishes are coming true, your dreams are going to be fulfilled. Okay, the Nine of Cups is a manifestation card. You know, that's why they say be careful what you wish for, because you know, normally what you think about the most will end up sort of in your arena. So you do have that energy. And then I've got the Eight of Pentacles. Wow, you've got some really good times coming in, okay? Long-term projects are going to pay off. You know, this could even just be your mental health, your emotional health, maybe after this, because I feel that you've regained your self-worth. You've really had a look at your own worth and how valuable you are. And you're getting to a point where all of whatever you've been doing since this separation, keep it simple, Keeley, is going to start paying off. Okay? All right? It's going to start paying off. So that is why that came out right at the beginning, because you have a very bright future ahead of you. And I want you to bear that in mind. Okay, that's why I said, that's why I was here, and we need to have a chat about this. It's not as straightforward today as me saying, well, yes, you know, they're still, you know, will you take them back? Has time healed? Blah, blah. You're on the cusp of something very, very different that might seem far away at the moment, but is going to make you, I don't mean superficially happy, it's going to give you peace. Okay, you're going to get to a point where you suddenly feel at peace with life. Okay, so let me see, let me just have a look at the past with your ex. Let's get into this, because they've come out and they're part of this story. Yeah, oh my gosh, in the past, Six of Pentacles. Who was giving more and taking? You were giving more, and they were taking. Okay, that is exactly clarifying this card, breaking free from stress and toxic relationships. The Six of Pentacles to me is a card of give and take. However, in love readings, I always tend to find it means you just have to look at the picture. Okay, even if you just you look at the image, it tends to mean one person who's got more power than the other, and that is a classic golden cage card. You know, at the time, they might have been very generous, or they might have said, oh, well, I'll pay for this, I'll do this, I'll do that. And you found your freedom, your independence, because maybe you didn't have access to the money, or it was all monitored. But there was, in the past, they were pulling the strings. Now, I don't feel they did this to start with. And that, I feel, is the toxicity. They, bit by bit, you ended up more dependent on them. Okay, that's why this card's called the golden cage, because at the beginning you think it's all okay, and you know, aren't they kind, they're doing this, they're doing that. But then I feel after a while with you in the past, you were looking at everything that you'd also invested, and over a period of time you lost yourself in this relationship. So yeah, they were quite controlling. I mean, that card can even represent you having to, I don't like the word beg, but you're having to say, look, you know, can I have this, please? And there was always a a stupid conversation about why you couldn't have it, or, oh, I'd pay for this and I do this. It really is that energy, specifically because that's out as well. One more in the past, please. I knew we needed to talk about this. Okay, I've got the Knight of Cups and the Eight of Wands. So in the past, somebody came, your ex came into your life very quickly. Very quickly, they moved very quickly. And because of what's come out already, I'm hearing that this was love bombing. Okay. Did they want to move in too quick? Did they, you know, I just feel this relationship went very, very quickly. They made sure that they were the person that fulfilled all your dreams, okay? They did. Ace of Cups as well. You honestly, and please, if this is your reading today, don't think, why did I fall for it? Why? No. We all do. Because we trust people, because we believe in them, okay? And they knew exactly what to say. And going back to the Golden Cage and the Six of Pentacles, it was all to get control. But then in the past, at the bottom of the deck, I can see the Four of Cups as well. So somebody started pushing their energy away from you. Somebody started rejecting you. Somebody shut down emotionally. It didn't matter what you said, what you did. You know, you could have been juggling 95 plates while dancing on a table playing the trombone. It wouldn't have been good enough, okay? I want you to remember that. That's why we're doing this today, because I can see that other energy changing for you, okay? Yeah, it became an absolute struggle, all right? It became an absolute struggle for you. You were always pushing, always trying to do your best. You took on a load of problems that weren't yours. It was exhausting. And they still kept expecting you to do it, but I feel they cut off some of your options, or they tried to, okay, because justice is here as well. There could have been legal issues or issues from the past that also were problematic in your relationship. Yeah, you thought you were getting the Ten of Cups, and that's what they pretended. They future faked, didn't they? This person future faked. I just feel it was a stage. Yeah, they kept it High Priestess, a lot of secrets. There was a lot of stuff going on in the background. But I do feel they will come back in with a Judgment card. Okay, the past is going to return. And I feel, for some of you, it's just going to close out, because that information, that truth, I do feel you'll say it with kindness, but I'm hearing that word ambivalent. All right, they will want to know. For me, Judgment is crossroads. It's saying that somebody wants to revisit the past, and they want to know if you've run out of road, because the Magician's underneath it. So there will be communication. But the Magician, with these cards we've got out, your cards today, I feel the Magician's more in its manipulative energy, where they will say anything to get what they want, and then the mask drops. You know, the Magician in a negative energy can have a relationship somewhere else, and families and other children, all sorts of things, okay? I feel that they didn't tell you the truth about their capabilities. I feel that they could have even had a completely fake persona, all right? They could have been just so fake. And you know, with this ex of yours, they were always looking for the next opportunity. They never settle. The grass is always greener for them. But they didn't. They stayed around for quite a while, didn't they? Because, and that was cruel. That was cruel. It's almost, okay, I'm going to be truthful. I'm hearing like they were lining up wherever else they went to. okay, and only shifted out of where they were with you because they got something else to go to. What did they go to? Yeah, there was a new opportunity for them that they took, okay. Yeah, there was a new opportunity. I feel it was something to do with finances or location. Right, I'm going to see now what they would say to you, okay. So you've got a rough idea of what they're going to say to you, what their line's going to be, because I feel they're a magician, Knight of Cups, but in a negative energy today. So what were they going to be talking about? Fantasy. Yeah, we're bang on with this one. If you're still here, keep watching. This energy is definitely clear today. They're going to tell you that you're their fantasy and that they've been daydreaming about you and imagining, but what have we just been talking about with the Knight of Cups in a negative kind of energy is someone who is just a fantasist. They're yeah, illusions. You know, they'll tell you they love you, they adore you, they'll do everything that you've ever wanted until they don't, okay. But the cruel thing is here, they didn't let go straight away. What else with them? Yeah, they will come back in because it's the divine masculine card. So there's a male energy here who wants to come back in. They're going to tell you that they've been thinking about you, missing you and desiring you. I'm going to clarify that. I don't believe it. I don't believe it at all. Okay, what's really going on? I knew it. I knew it. There we go, everyone. You've got the Five of Swords there. Right, Five of Swords. So they're going to say they're missing you, craving you, desiring you. They've changed. But what's really going on is they've got an agenda. They don't like to lose, okay? I feel this is an energy of somebody who, once they see their ex is moving on, or somebody that they've been with is moving on, they will get back in touch, like getting your a toy out of the toy box, all right? They couldn't be a good person for you, but they don't want you to have happiness either, okay? The Five of Swords could not be clearer coming out of that shuffle. Run to the hills, okay? They're deceitful, they're aggressive, they're a bully. They can be a street angel and a house devil, so behind closed doors. And you know something, with that Six of Pentacles, I feel that they might have given to charities, or they could have been covert, that everybody else saw them helping. Oh, aren't they wonderful? Look at them, they're helping and they're doing this and they're doing that. But they're not. They don't want to lose, okay? So they're going to tell you this, but this is what you're really getting. They might need somewhere to live with the Five of Swords. Maybe they need your sofa, okay? But they will be back because the bottom of the deck is the Eight of Cups, all right? But for me, I'm hearing with that Eight of Cups, it's in the reverse. Sorry, it's in the reverse. That they're not happy doing what they're doing. They know or will know in the future that you are doing okay. You're doing okay. And they'll want a piece of that pie. All right, and I feel they'll come back in with all sorts of promises, but I do not feel they're true. No, they're going to come back Eight of Wands in the reverse. Let's get a message for you, okay? So yeah, they will come back in, but they're coming in with their usual fake magician energy. But beneath it all is the Five of Swords. Okay. Right, what do the angels, Archangel Michael cards, please? Protection. Step into the spotlight. I knew it. Three of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles. You have a message the world needs to hear. It's time to share. You're going to get recognition for something, okay? Trust in divine purpose. This experience has divine meaning. Healing will come. Know that you are on the right path, and it is a path of growth. Yeah. That's what this has been about. That's what I was feeling. Okay, I just want to get one of these now for you. Yeah, you're almost having a rebirth. The old you's slipping away. The you that was taken advantage of because you're so kind. You do anything for anybody. And you know, you were the driving force. You were the one in the engine room. And what I'm seeing as I'm just gazing is your ex almost on a stage and everybody applauding them and giving them all the recognition. This is what I'm channeling. And you were the one, you were the one stoking the fire, okay? You were the one stoking the fire. You're being asked to, Black Cat, to plug into your intuition more as well, okay? Let's just, I'm back in your energy. We know what the ex is going to do. They're going to come back in. And their agenda is false, okay? Remember how beautiful you are. But this isn't physical beauty. This is you. Male, female, however you identify. Your soul is beautiful and your time is coming, okay? You know, because I'm a lot older now, old, it's only now that sometimes I can look back at parts of life at the time that I thought, oh, you know. But when I look back, I realise that they were diversions, okay? So when I say this to you, and I really do understand we're in the midst of something, and you've got every right to process it the way you want to process it, but there is something better, okay? There is something better. Yeah, you're getting clarity, okay? But this clarity is going right back to the reading for me, with you getting a message, you getting some truth, and you will speak to this ex again, okay? But it will be with ambivalence. Yeah, because you're being asked to lighten your load. Now that to me is the equivalent of the 10 of Wands. Keep your boundaries, okay? People have a tendency with you because you are very generous, very kind. You give your last penny, okay? That's what Spirit's telling me. That you have a tendency, because you know what it's like, going right back to the beginning of this energy. If you're still with me, you know what it was like for you. So you're always willing to help other people, okay? But yeah, your blessings are coming, all right? Hold on in there. You are absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing, all right? I'm going to give you one little card about your ex's energy. Spirit just said, Keeley, pick that deck up. I'll tell you what's really going on. They're in the fantasy card. Couldn't make this up, could we? Very strong message for you. Trying not to lose it. Yeah, they're not getting their own way. It's not working out. You know, they're selfish. Yeah. They're going to send an email. And also they're going to tell you that it was just a phase they were going through, all right? They're going to minimalise, not to start with, okay, I will get off in a minute, I'll go in a minute. They're not going to minimalise it to start with, but they're going to minimalise it once they've love bombed you enough, all right? You'll get the craving, the desiring, I'm missing you, but then I feel they will start minimalising what actually happened, all right? And then the 5 of Swords is the outcome if your ex comes back. So leave it with you. You're amazing. I love you loads. Just remember you're the best, okay? Perfect. You don't need to do anything else. and don't take on everybody else's energy or burdens, okay? Don't burn out, all right? I love you, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.